We are on record, ladies and gentlemen, and we are on record with NMP PCH HayaBusa. Good morning, my friends in
Everyone,
Belgium. Every time I'm talking to you, I see different people. How come? What's wrong there?
this lineup never stops. It never stops. It keeps on changing. But this time, this is the indoor lineup, let's say, for
The
now.
system life. It's evolving. I mean, that's how it should be. Life's flexible anyway. Life is evolving all the time. Why not the team lineups? You go from anyway. So we have had HayaBusa now for 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Little, yeah, we are now at the 20-year anniversary year, aren't we?
21, I guess.
21, maybe.
Yeah, it's 23 already, so 21. We're going into 24, I guess.
Okay, so let's get to the chase of the case here. So there we are. We have Dennis on the left, Bob next to him, and then Neil. Where are somebody's making thumb ups here. Where's that coming from? Is
I don't know.
somebody listening in here? That's interesting.
Oh, that was on the back end. Oh, that was a
No,
message.
on the screen. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if maybe somebody's sneaking in here following our NSL Live Talk and we don't know about. I wonder if you could do this, if you could hack a session like this and all of a sudden somebody else is tuning in from from somewhere. Anyway, so thumbs up anyway, thumbs up for the new HayaBusa lineup. We forgot David here on the right, Neil we had with the red cap on. And that is the current lineup that you are training and competing with now. So where do we start? Let's start with a train, or let's start with a competition. First competition for this lineup. There's another thumb up. Interesting.
That's strange, huh?
Yeah, just on the screen.
Uh,
Anyway, so yeah, so how was the competition? I'm sure that people were watching very carefully the videos. Um, how everybody is doing in a new slot. So let's start with the strangest stranger, Bob, going from tail to point.
yeah,
How was your politics?
it's quite a change, I must say. They tried to convince me by saying that it was the most similar as tail slot, but I'm still doubtful about that. Apart from a couple of randoms and block 7, it's completely different. Um, I think I was lucky maybe that there were so many blocks in the Belgian nationals, because once you start flying blocks, it's okay mentally, but when you have like 3 or 4 randoms and a block, then it's pretty challenging coming from the tail slot when you see everything to out facing, being like precise little degree rotations, slide out and back in a little bit. So that's quite challenging, but I must say I really enjoyed the training and competing in a different slot. I've been doing it for about 10 years on the back, on the tail slot. So it's nice. It's nice to be able to mix it up for once.
Let's talk to your peace partner, to your new peace partner, who is now sitting on your right. Dennis, I think you're the only one now who is actually with a system lineup and with a new lineup in the same slot, actually, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it was also a little bit part also the reason why I wanted to keep my slot. So I keep learning. Although it's been my B slot for many years, it's still different when it becomes your A slot. So I also a little bit for that reason I preferred to stay there. So I keep learning yeah, no, I think it was good. I think in Bob's head it was maybe very challenging, but once stuff started to click, it was not a problem at all, so it's only his head that needed to be in the game, and then the flying was easy. That's why in my opinion it was the best choice that we could have made, to put Dave back into his inside center slot, Neil in his B slot, and Bob to the front.
Yeah, you've been looking at Bob for a long time, I mean, if you're cross-referencing, right? So you and Bob have been referencing partners for now
Yeah, that's why I wanted him to outface.
Yeah, that's right. But you now as the world's the top point together with Joey, so we don't want to forget him. You know, that's you probably see everything, even though you're facing out. You probably still see basically everything. You're so used to just get glimpses of things, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
how was the dynamic? I mean, the dynamic. How do you call it? The dynamical difference. I mean, the different piece partner. If you compare, Ray is, you know, he's a little shorter, right? Different physics and all that. I'm sure there's a difference.
Yeah, big time. And also Ray for now is we need to he's still young, doesn't have much flying experience. Also, we need to bump up his skills a lot still. And with Bob, the flying skills are already there. Just the out-facing part is very new to him. So in a sense, it's also a difference to attack this training and competition, knowing that this is temporarily. So we kind of attacked this training like with a short-term plan and allowing some, let's say, we knew that we're going into a Belgian Nationals, there was going to be some roughness, you know, that some things were not maybe going to come so easy. But then when we start training again with Ray, we have to make sure that we have all the basic sets and that we look at a long-term plan. So we kind of accepted with this lineup that yes, we want to perform as good as possible, and also this lineup is going to be our CISM lineup. But you will never get it to a point where what you had in, let's say, 2018 or with those lineups. Even though it's Dave back into his own spot, it's so much different.
But you're probably kind of aiming at the moment at something. I can imagine that you know, that you're feeling like, oh, you know, let's see if we can get to the 2021 lineup. You know, with Mike, we're going to show Mike we can, you know, we can get this lineup to something like this.
Not really, because now this week will be the end of the indoor training with this lineup, and then we wait for Ray to be back from his boot camp. Then we will do the outdoor training camp with him in New Zealand. And then only when CISM starts to become closer, we start jumping again with Dave. Then we'll only do CISM training. So there's no more competitions now with this lineup apart from CISM. So we will see what we need with Dave for CISM, and if we're happy with what we have, then that's that, and then it's Ray's turn.
So let's talk to the rear piece there now, Dave. Speaker of the rear piece now.
Please
talk about your experience. You have a rear piece experience with Neil now behind you.
Well, I've been suffering a lot. I had so much pain in my shoulders. So I think 2 or 3 weeks ago we started training, and I was immediately
muscle pain, like soreness.
Muscle pain, man, all over. I mean, it's kind of also my mistake. I blame it on Neil, but it's kind of like my mistake as well, because of last training camp when we were in Florida. We've been playing padel together, and I think I overdid it too much, and it's not. So at SVB, man, I've been suffering so much in the last few days. Even now, I need to I'm an old man. I need to
You're funny.
Make sure that my muscles heal a little bit better. Nevertheless, I mean, I enjoyed it. And together with my peace partner, I think he made a big leap forward. And I think the idea of stepping into my A slot was also to help Neil into his B slot, as with all the tips and tricks that I had to hand over to him. But I have to say, I mean, I'm very happy what Neil is showing at the moment. I think he made a big leap forward. And also even today and yesterday, we did a lot of one-on-one sessions together, me and him, and then also front piece together. And I think also without booties. So I think that will also gain a lot in the future, technically wise, and everything will be much more easier. But for now, yeah, I just need to, I need to be very careful with my shoulder. I felt.
You're serious. You're
not joking. Yeah, because I mean, as a cameraman and I
Mhm.
mean, it's been 4 years, the heavy training. And as a cameraman, you don't use that much of a push down when you're grabbing grips or when you're turning around somebody. And I kind of felt that again. And also I overdid it in at SVB playing padel, and that's not it didn't heal. And within a short time frame, it also did not heal. So I'm a little bit on medication for the pain, like ibuprofen, but I think it's a skydiver's best friend.
Yep, yeah, exactly. You can do it. So Neil, 27 plus average.
Yes.
That feels good, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's nice. I really enjoy this part of the training because what now my tail slot now, my A slot at the moment, I get now a lot of repetitions on it, on all the blocks, on the jump. So when I go back to my inside center slot, my B slot is more comfortable to fly in. And then from learning the tricks from Dave, when he's on his inside center slot, and that in combination when I'm flying back with Bob will help me for sure. There's also some different techniques than with Bob, so I needed to adjust some little things. It's a little more rough in some parts, but I learned a lot from it to fly with
But
him. And
was that the highest average now that you were the last indoor 27? I cannot recall anything close to that.
No,
No.
it's like Neil says. I think last year at the Belgian Nationals, I did about 28.4, 28.5, and I also at the World Championship or the World Cup, they did a lot more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have to get your top game there, David. Now with Neil in there, so that's
Put me on my shoulder.
yeah, yeah, no pressure. Well, that's cool. So where's Ray? What was he coming out to Charleroi to watch it? Yeah, he was. Okay.
Yeah, he was here together with his dad. Also, his brother was participating in the AA category. So he was also supporting his brother. But he's still in the middle of his military training, so he dropped off his laundry at home, and then he drove back like 2 hours to Charleroi just to come support. They took a hotel and they stayed the whole day until late in the evening. So it shows how dedicated and motivated he is to just try to learn whatever's there to learn, or to like gain little tips and tricks, see how we handle ourselves on competitions, see how like a bigger competition with more eyes on you, how it's playing out. So in that sense, maybe he wasn't flying with us, but I think it was very valuable for him to come and watch.
Yeah, and especially in the wind tunnel, you see so many more details compared to, I mean, jumping or even with video and all that stuff. If you're having your nose at the wall, you really
Yeah.
see what's going on there. So he was watching you probably very carefully there.
I cannot say I gave him the best example because I also did what I thought I had to do, but
Yeah,
no, but it's nice to see the dynamics of going to the
Yeah.
door, trying to peak for that 35 seconds. Whether we had an optimal performance, I leave that in the middle, but just the whole package around this is very very interesting for him to see and to learn from.
Yeah, I can imagine, I mean, it's worth it to, go do the laundry and then drive the 2 hours quickly to get everything there. That's for sure. That's absolutely worth it. So when you're thinking about, when you put your system hat on now, you have to, that's a part of your duties to be good there. This performance now, how would you judge? I just an observer from the outside, I would say, wow, you're ready. We are ready for that. So, we are in good shape to go to where is it this year? Hungary.
Yeah.
Hungary. and defend our title. It's not only winning medal now, you're now up for defending the title as it seems, right?
Yeah, I think when we think about CISM, going back to what Bob said, it's now we have to train really the faster sequences, and the program will only be 8 blocks. So we don't have to train that many different blocks, and our continuity plan will be a lot smaller, so that helps. But you have to train faster sequences to stay ahead in your head, and especially when you're in a new slot like Bob. So that's going to be where we're going to be focusing on now.
Well, HayaBusa is known to like the fast sequences, right? I mean, from the get-go, it was the HayaBusa philosophy. What the old HayaBusa sign, there was a saying on it. What was it?
Stronger and faster than ever.
Yeah, with the HayaBusa logo, there was that faster than ever, or
Yeah,
Stronger and faster than ever.
stronger and faster than ever. So that was your motto, kind of, so you enjoying, and the lineup has changed, of course, but I guess the motto it still feels like that, right?
yeah.
Well, I think also that we couldn't go flat out yet, because we had so many stuff to train. And of course, when you have to go 100% on 3 randoms or 4 randoms or 5 randoms, yeah, it needs to be so automatic, and we don't have that automatism yet. It's not there yet. Not that we cannot fly it, but sometimes it's a little bit too big. Where in the past it was there 100% guarantee, and that was not always the case. So I would not say that we were far off, but it was not the HayaBusa as of course that's impossible, but it takes a little bit more time and training and repetition together. And I think also in the next few months, when we start training outdoor, we will be like very prepared on implementing those little transitions, let's say, to make sure that every transition is as small and as powerful as may be, to make sure that because in the CISM you always need to imagine that you need to have like a 32, 33 plus average, 8 rounds, because otherwise you come very close with Qatar, and and in my mind it will be a battle against ourselves, like always. So there's gonna be like a nice training ahead for us, and then also implementing Ray whenever fits best. Because it's solely with me, we have to make sure that we can perform at our best level at the CISM, but also make sure that Ray gets his sufficient amount of time to train with the team as well.
But I mean, it's only the CISM competition coming for this lineup, but you will be training, or the team, the HayaBusa team will be training, all the time, all the way through, indoor, outdoor, from PEC or from whatever is available. Things, things are in motion, with jump planes and not only the HayaBusa lineup is in motion, it's the whole sport is in motion. So you have to be ready for adjustments. Maybe it's a good exercise for you, you are forced into all kind of flexibilities now. And that is probably a good thing in general.
But I think individually everybody will become stronger after this. But for now, it is a bit like looking how to get through this period the best as we can. But eventually, in the longer future, the main goal is to become world champions again. And we'll see in how many years we can pull that off, if we can pull that off. But that's still the main goal of the team. And for now, until Ray is completely ready with his training, we just need to make the best of it as possible. But I think we will come out stronger because of this period.
Yeah, well, all the videos that we've seen from the the different lineups, at least from the outside, from amateurs like myself and others, it looks very promising. Does it feel like that? Do you feel like you're on track to your short-term, mid-term, long-term goals?
No, I think because I'm not really a mathematics guy or a scores guy. I'm more like a feeling in the jump, and I think now with Dave stepping back in, feeling how the grips are being picked up, the little helps that you don't see on the video, but that you feel when flying. If we can implement this also with Neil when he's stepping back into his inside center spot, like, to really take control of the jump and the speed and the rhythm, then that will be like a huge leap forward for the whole lineup. So yeah, it's some stuff that you cannot really pick up from watching videos, but that you feel once you're inside the four-way.
So there are really a lot of benefits, coming with those flexibilities and variations that we don't even see much of from the outside or know much from the outside. From the outside, for many people, it's HayaBusa. They have to deal with all those changes again. Oh my God, it's terrible, and you need to train with this. There are benefits to it, right, on the other side of the coin, and you just named them. So that's interesting. All right, so that was the second training day today, right? You have another one coming tomorrow until this indoor camp is over, and then then the holidays, and then you're going beginning of January to New Zealand, right, Owen? February, okay. So there's plenty of training time in between anyway, before. Well, then I guess we all wish each other happy holidays, for we are not far. No snow here. You will get it in Belgium, I guess. Hopefully, maybe.
But it's gone. It's just gray and rainy.
Now good luck. That one thing that I'm missing here is not only the snow, and the real cold weather. And again, I'm warm now anyway here, but what I'm missing is is really, I have to say, the German Christmas markets. That kind of atmosphere with a Glühwein and the snow and the little boots and eating the bratwursts and people being happy, and that's something, cannot copy that kind of. So I will be missing out. You may have it. So is it similar? How is that? How are the holidays in Belgium?
Yeah, when you go to Christmas markets, you can have it. Yeah,
similar.
When you stay home, you can do whatever you want, but if you go out, you can have it. You can eat as much as you want, and you can drink as many Glühwein as you want. And when it's cold, you can like a scarf and a muts. But everything else is gonna be kind of the same like in Germany.
And happy faces, right? People enjoying. That's a nice thing about it. Okay, so we get that soon. I wish you as much as possible of that. And then I guess next time we may speak in the new year, probably. Who knows? Maybe earlier.
Sure.
Yeah.
If anything is going on that is important.
Yeah, contact Dennis.
Yeah. Okay. I would. Yeah, you're hooked now. Huh? Good for you. There's somebody else now that I can bother all the time. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good last training day, and then happy holidays.
Thank you. Same for you.
Bye-bye, mister.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Goodbye, HayaBusa.